Hey Leo, welcome back to my channel. Today we'll be doing our June monthly reading, and I'm already ready for summer. Already ready? Sure, whatever. If you can't tell, I'm dressed for summer weather and I'm ready to have a margarita in my hand so I can park myself on a beach and just relax because it's been a year. And I'm sure you can relate because it's been, stress it again, a year. But let's go ahead and see what your guys have to say. Maybe they'll give us some guidance, something to look forward to, something that will help us align ourselves to our journey and what we're manifesting. Just remember, this is a general reading, so it doesn't resonate. Totally okay. Just leave for those that need to hear it right now and come back for the next month's reading. But let's see. What do we have here for Leo in the month of June? The lost, the lost star, rebirth, out of darkness into light. So a lot of growth for you guys. I've been getting that for a while now with your sign. Leo is very evolving. It's in an evolutionary stage out of darkness into the light. And I'm getting like a lot of not heaviness, but it wasn't easy. Whatever the past few months have been like, let's just start from the beginning of the year. It was a lot of push and pull, a lot of back and forth. It's just that feeling of like everything's good, everything's bad, everything's good, everything's bad. You give it 100, then you pull back, and then give it 100 and you pull back. So that's the energy that I keep getting. And it takes a toll on you. I don't think that this is an easy experience that you've had so far. I think there's a lot of lessons, this cycle that you're trying to learn from. But you're stepping out of that cycle, it feels like. It feels like you have at least the awareness that it's happening, and you're able to kind of cross that threshold of like, okay, I see where I'm going, and I don't feel the burden and the heaviness anymore. There's a sense of lightness and happiness that's like kind of coming around this corner. So if you don't feel it now, I feel like you will. And I think maybe vitamin D might have something to do with it because like I said, it's been a year. It's definitely been a year. All right, let's see what we have going on internally. So we have Canary Spirit, sing your own song. Yeah, I'm getting this theme for Leo that it's always about other people. Like you put everyone else first. You kind of don't give yourself that same recognition. And everyone else is like more important to you. And you want to make that comfort level for everyone else. It seems very not people pleasing because I don't think you guys are people pleasers. It's not even a people pleasing thing. It's more of a control thing. It feels like you have taken on a lot of burdens. And so this is what's happening internally right now. You're like ready to now not have to take on anyone else's burdens. And you're now like able to sing your own song and do things for your own. That's for your own self, not for others. So I think you finally, like I said, that this card specifically is showing me you're kind of coming out of that cycle, and it seems like a repetition. This always happens, and like I get the moving forward and then coming back, moving forward and coming back. Almost getting whiplash energy. So if you feel that, it's definitely because you've kind of been doing this back and forth thing over and over again for so long. And then what you don't see coming. Yeah, so what do we have here? Knight of Wands, Queen of Pentacles, and then the Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, so this is, again, internal energy. You have been putting in the work for others. You, again, Queen of Pentacles, that is nurturing, and it's giving me, like, doing this for others. And you already have mastered the craft of your own life, if it makes any sense. So the fact that you're doing more practice for other people, and this could be any topic, so I'm keeping it broad. It just seems to me, because of the Queen of Pentacles being here, that it almost feels like you are, again, nurturing, doing for others, but now it's like you're coming and changing with the Knight of Wands here. The passion is coming back, and you're kind of pulling away from that. Again, I feel like for you guys that has been a push and pull for the past few months, that you do this, then you retract, and like you are in the phase now, like, okay, I'm gonna just do things for myself, but it's hard for you to, like, set that boundary and keep it there. And that has been something you've been struggling with, and so internally, you feel like, "Okay, you know what? I got it. I have the control again, like, let me bring myself back. Let me do this for myself." But I'm not something like you're coming and taking care of yourself pretty quickly with the Knight of Wands, and, like, you're re-sparking the life within you because, again, you've been putting too much out for everyone else. But again, this is the life lesson, and I'm trying to bring this out because it feels like a theme for Leo to do this kind of like back and forth vibe and energy. And you don't have that boundary where you're just consistently like putting that down, like, I'm not going to do more than I need to. So keep that in mind because this has been something that's been coming up for Leo a lot, very often. What you don't see coming at the bottom of the deck, we have the 10 of Pentacles, 2 of Wands, and the 9 of Cups. So if you can get a hold of this cycle that keeps happening over and over again and like recognizing it. Like I know you guys see it. I know you guys try to work on it because with this card being here, it's showing me that you are working on it. So I see it, but it's not quite like honed in on. But if you do, 2 of Wands, 10 of Pentacles, 9 of Cups, there is a sense of stability that's coming in. I feel like you are going to kind of open your horizons and kind of give yourself an ability to choose a different path. And I don't know if this is something that you guys have been thinking about because I feel like there's like a stagnation along with this. Like, yes, there's a push and pull, but I know that you feel like you can be doing more. There's something else that you can be doing. You want some kind of change. And I think it's impossible if you keep going through the same cycle because the universe wants you to learn that lesson, but you're not learning that specific lesson. We're always going to have a lesson. So just an FYI, the universe is going to consistently test us. This is the one that I keep seeing Leo just on repeat with. And there is a sense of stability because you will have that boundary. And I just don't see this boundary that it just lifts. Like it's there for a little bit and you're not bad at setting a boundary. Like you can say no. And I see that like you guys are very strong within that. You say no, but you lift it. Like you can't keep it. For some reason, you just have a hard time keeping that boundary. And I see you like emotionally being like, okay. Because I think there's also a fear of like emotionally letting someone down. Not like, I don't know if it's like, again, it doesn't feel people pleasing. It feels like control. It feels like, which is not a total bad thing. It's just who you are as like the sign. Because we are, I'm not a Leo, but as a Leo, you guys are very strong, fiery, passionate people. And I feel like it's not a people pleasing thing, more as it's like, your pride and your image and like you want to be the person that takes care of things because you're a go-getter, you're strong and you want to be on top all the time. But I think there's a fear that every time, maybe there's a reason why I'm saying this specifically so that maybe it can help you with your lesson, but it seems like there's a fear of moving forward with that because of like judgment from other people and judgment of yourself because we internalize this is an internal thing, but to not be afraid to keep that boundary because there is stability, emotional fulfillment. Like you're able to bask in the abundance. Like you are just enjoying life, the fruits of your labor almost, and just being emotionally happy and content. And I do see that like things start opening up for you, opportunities start coming in. So if you're looking for a change, you have to learn this lesson or it's just going to keep repeating and you keep going over and over again and you're like, why am I stuck? I did put my boundary down. You're not bad at putting down the boundary. That's not the problem. It's keeping it there. So maybe I just didn't do a good enough job the last time of expressing that. So let's go ahead and see what's going on like with the career, finances aspect. Maybe it's past project, things you're working on with friends or family. I don't even know what this is. I just showed you the card. Celebration. There you go. Yeah, so there's something to celebrate. That's good. So that's good news. I just got so aggressive and just was like, here's the card, and I don't know what it is. Also, I don't have like contacts or glasses on, so I can barely see as is. But celebration, I mean, this like I said, coming into this month of June, there is a sense of happiness, lightness, again, out of darkness into the light. So if there was a struggle, it does feel like there's a lightness and happiness around it. I feel like this is the 3 of Cups energy. So this feels very much like accomplishments, and even with like other people, like I feel like you're not alone in this accomplishment. Maybe it was a group project, maybe you're working with clients and it was like something that's been a long time coming. Okay, let's see what we have here. The Fool, that's beautiful. Death, and the 7 of Swords. So that's interesting. This is interesting. This is very interesting. So, for those of you who are learning this life lesson, and I showed you that this here, internally here, the 2 of Wands with like uh, options of like choosing your path, making decisions, and something that like vibes with you and sparks your passion, there is something coming to an end. So, the Death card, okay, this is going to be, hear me out. Death card is not bad. People think when they see the Death card that it's like the end of the world. It is not. So here we have the celebration. So within this career and work thing, I see you have accomplished something and it's come to an end. The next chapter is coming. That's what that means. That's what the Death card means. All that hard work is paid off, out of the darkness into the light. All that hard work that you've gone through is 100% paying off. I see that cycle is ended, but I also see that you might have an opportunity to leave. I have like a, it could be that you going to a next team, like within the company, or moving your way up. It could be something like that. But I am seeing movement. I'm seeing a new direction. Maybe a lot of you guys have finished your project. Maybe you were already applying for other jobs, but I'm seeing if you are applying for jobs that you are now moving. And it could be like you are moving. Maybe your job is relocating you. There's something along with movement. Not everyone's going to be moving to another state or city or whatever, but it's one of those things that if that resonates and that message was for you. But I am getting a sense that there is something that has been accomplished, something to celebrate, because this feels happy, not bad. All of this is happy. And it's like almost a leap of faith. So for me, a lot of the Leos that are watching right now are coming in because the movement is like a relocation or a different job. Doesn't have to be, but with the leap of faith here, it was something that you guys have wanted. And I think because you guys are learning some lesson and you have closed some doors. So keep that boundary. Keep that boundary. Remember that you have to have that boundary and keep it there. Because there's a reason. You learned some lesson within this that you are able to move on. And that's massive because I think you wanted this. Maybe you're moving closer to your friends and family after a long time of not being with them, or this is like your dream location where you know people there. There is some celebration around that. It feels more like friends and could be family, but it feels like your friend almost helped you get the job or told you about the city and you really wanted to move. We don't see coming at the bottom of the deck. We have the 5 of Pentacles in reverse, the 7 of Pentacles, and the Knight of Wands. So is that the second time the Knight of Wands? That's the second time the Knight of Wands came out. So that's not a coincidence. This is what you don't see coming at the bottom of the deck with the work, career, finance situation. You have planted this seeds. So you have absolutely, like I said, wanted this to happen. You have planted some seeds, you're watching it grow, and you've put the pain of whatever the past situation, because it wasn't pain. For me, it feels like a really like a big struggle, a lot of work, a lot of effort put into the situation, work wise within this project. And something is coming in very, very quickly that's sparking your passion. So this opportunity that has showed itself where you are taking that leap of faith and kind of moving on is reigniting like the life, like the fire in you. And I think you've been missing that because it's been like this back and forth. And I'm taking this to every aspect of your life. It's not just like things that are happening internal for other people. Like it really feels like a work aspect. You've gone above and beyond. I feel like for a lot of you guys, you even like worked so hard. And I think this is part of the Sing Your Own Song for the Canary Spirit. I feel like a lot of you guys have done the work for others because it, that's just who you are, and that's what you've haven't had a good boundary with, or to keep it there for that matter. And because you've had this so much experience, people recognize you for that. So maybe you got a promotion, you got transferred somewhere else, or you applied for a job and they see what you're doing and hear what you're telling them, and they want to give an opportunity to you, and you got like a bigger position. So there's something bigger. There's something bigger, something huge to celebrate within this. So I love this energy for you. I've literally, what your guides want you to know specifically, what you don't see coming, you planted a seed for the next chapter. So your next chapter, yes, it's exciting, but this is pivotal. This is pivotal. This is huge. This is taking you to the next level of your evolution as a Leo, as who you are as a person, as your life journey. So that's crazy. That's wild. I love that for you guys. But let's go ahead and see the relationship aspect. I feel like a lot of you guys don't even focus on this that much. But for those of you that are coming here, let's see what message comes your way. Get grounded. Yeah, see, it doesn't feel like dating, but empaths, highly sensitive, connect with nature. I feel like a lot of you guys might not really be dating right now. There's other priorities that you guys have at the moment, and I don't blame you. You guys have a lot going on in terms of relationships with friends, coworkers, work stuff, where that's just kind of on the back burner. It doesn't feel like, I get an energy, and I think you guys might have been dating around last month, and it might just be the case for that. I feel like a lot of you guys might be hopeful, but it's just there's nothing there, is what I hear. It's like I keep looking at these dating apps, and there's just not a thing. That's what I'm getting. So keep that in mind. Ooh, but I am seeing something really lovely coming through. Yeah, but I don't think you guys are ready. So, and that's okay. You guys don't need to be. I feel like you want to be, but you're just not there. So we have the Star, we have the Two of Cups, and then the Knight of Cups. So emotional. Okay. So it feels to me like, because you are kind of taking care of yourself right now, sing your own song, like putting yourself first. I feel like you guys might even be trying to do spa days, or even yoga, whatever that looks like to you, to kind of like bring yourself down, like grounded, if that makes sense. You guys are doing it, and again, it's the way that you are taking care of yourself. It is almost renewing your hope for a relationship, if that's what you guys are searching for right now. Because there is the Star, the renewal of hope, and I see a person coming in. The Knight of Cups is someone that's coming in, kind of giving you hope emotionally, if that makes sense. Giving you something emotional, something stable, in the sense that they can take care of your emotional needs, kind of hear you, see you. They're not as logical. They think with their heart more than their brain. And maybe that's something you need right now, to ground you more. I feel like it's, you are so fiery, strong, and logical, where you kind of are missing the emotional aspect of it. So that might be a beautiful thing to experience. Whether or not this is your person will be completely up to you. I see this being a good match for the current season. I see if this might be, I don't know why, I just feel like it's more of a less, well, yeah, we'll get into that. I'll see what we don't see coming at the bottom of the deck in a second. But it feels like it's something for a season. Just intuitively, it feels like something for a season, because it's teaching you something. It's Two of Cups is like the harmony, the balance of a relationship. Like both of your cups are filled, and you're filling each other's cups. I think they need a little bit from you, and you need a little bit from them, in terms of the lesson behind dating and relationships and whatever that means currently. I think it's a lesson. And I don't think that, like, and again, it could grow into something, but I don't feel like you guys are even ready to make that solid commitment. Even though deep down I know you want that, there's too many moving pieces. Especially if you guys are actually moving, it's like you have only limited time here, if that makes sense. What you don't see coming at the bottom of the deck is the Moon, Five of Cups, and King of Cups. So yeah, this to me does not feel like this is a forever person. I see you guys learning a lot. The Moon really makes me feel like you're going to go within and start realizing, like, what can I work on myself, because I'm attracting X, Y, and Z? What do I want in a person? And I do like see this as being a loss, and it's going to hurt, but it's not the end of the world. It's not anything toxic. Again, like feel like maybe you guys, if you do end up moving and you meet this person like shortly, soon, if that makes any sense, because it could be, it might not be. Take it where it makes, you'll probably see it later, but make it fit in the way that makes sense in your life. But let's just say you guys are moving. It's going to hurt because, you don't have that opportunity to make it work. And like maybe you can make it work long distance, but it just doesn't feel like anything is going to come with that. But I am getting that you need to be in that situation because you're learning something huge. And the King of Cups, like, I think you are learning the emotional aspect of dating that you're lacking and never thought about. There's something about you not realizing something, you not taking that into consideration who you want into a partner, but now you will. So think about that when you're kind of meeting people and dating, because I think you guys are just dating around currently, for most of you for the most part. And just try to learn what that is, because this is part of your lesson. This is part of your journey. This is where you can align for the month of June so that July you can have an even better reading, or we can come back and have the same exact reading because nothing has changed. If this reading resonated, definitely like and subscribe so you don't miss the next one, and leave a comment so that people can kind of relate and have like a conversation and have a community around it, because it's nice knowing you're not alone in this. I'll see you guys on the next one. Thank you guys for coming back. Bye.